Good enough.
Okay.
Well, that was the opening comment. There you go. Welcome to the Supplement Engineer channel, everyone. My name is Robert Chinetsky. Joining me is the fluffing princess of them all, the primper, the primroser, my lovely wife, Sandy.
Hi.
As always, thank you for joining us with these weekly live Q&As. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, queries, gripes, send them over to Robert Samborski at Apollon Nutrition. We only want good vibes here. Only good vibes.
Good juju. That's what I call it.
No, but in all seriousness, please let us know if you have any comments or questions, or if you're drinking any cocktails, let us know what you're drinking. We enjoy anything and all. Any questions you guys have, let us know. We'll answer anything. We'll be on for about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, depending on how things go. And if you like what we're doing here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, the notification bell, which is up there or down there. I don't really know where it is. Yeah, and if you listen to the Supplement Engineer podcast or the Final Scoop on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, or any of the other podcast listening platforms, please leave us a 5-star review. That would help us climb up in the almighty algorithm that dictates everything that we understand and know these days. So,
Yay!
Let's see. Boom. Welcome, Chris. It is really cold and really wet. It is 35 degrees outside, and it's been raining all day. Our daughter's daycare closed early today, but I've already gotten her.
He thought he planned ahead. He's like, you know what? I'm going to get her at noon before it gets too icy, and then they closed at 5, which means we wouldn't have been able to do this. So that's why we're really glad.
Or y'all would have been stuck with Sandy by herself.
That would have been awkward.
It's supposed to get down to 21 degrees on Monday with a low of 8 and a high of 21.
Here's the thing: we're off of school Monday, but if it snows on Monday, we're going to cancel school on Tuesday because nobody ever in Texas, if it snows, the next day they're going to be like, we can't drive. We don't know what we're doing. I'm like, there's no snow. It's sunny. It's all melted. No. We're going to close. So we're probably going to close school on Tuesday, which is fine.
Hit that like button. Yes. All right.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for this? Devin. And
I
now
have
it's
it
time for the big
on.
reveal. I forgot entirely.
I remembered. Okay. So these pants. Okay. Let me tell you why these pants are so hard. My hair is like staticky. Okay. When you see, I'm going to stand up. I'm wearing them right now. When you see these pants, you're going to be like, I know what you're talking about. I had to cut for these because they go up really high. They're very stylish. It's in style now to go really high up on your pants. And then they go really low and they're really tight. And it's like, dude. Okay, so you guys are ready. Here's my pants. Sorry.
It's been hyped since Christmas.
Wait, I don't want to like.
I'm going to give you the full.
Can you like move it back to make sure you can see everything? Okay, guys, here are the pants. First of all, check out. Okay, they go high. Okay, so this is where my actual hips are. So do you see how if I have too fat of thighs, which you guys might be hating on me and think they're too fat already. I mean, I hear you. This is me cutting. I could probably go further. But this is where the butt, you see what I'm saying? You see right here was the part I was worried about. It's called the thas. It's where that booty and the thigh meet. And there's this like, oh no, and it's like, oh no, and it's like, oh no. Like if you are even like a slightest bit off, you can't wear these pants. So it's like, oh my God. I mean, you can't have any back fat. You can't have any side fat. You can't have any thigh fat. So anyways, I can officially wear these. Except Robert sent me cookies today, but it's okay. I ate some. It's all good. It's all good. They haven't like settled yet. Y'all, it's been 7 weeks I've been cutting so I can wear these pants, but they're super cute. But God, they're like so tight everywhere. Yeah, wait, hold on.
Oh, look, yeah, wait. She has. Well, yeah, you talked about it last week.
Where is it?
Where's your backpack?
Did I put it where my backpack is? I think I took it off when I was.
She's looking for.
I'm looking for my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Scott. If Sandy is a treat, she has been missed, and trust me, she is super excited that she can wear those pants without an issue now, and she's got the fanny pack. So we're about to lose every single viewer that we have now.
You got that? And check it out. Check out all the dry erase markers and all the cool colors. All the cool colors. No, you can't have my dry erase markers. I'm in the Supreme fanny pack. You don't know. Today I even had a kid head nod me. So anyways, yeah. So this is me walking around.
This is why I drink bourbon. You see what I live with.
But let me just tell you, I get head nods in the hallway. They're like, nice fanny, Miss Chinetsky. I'm like, yeah.
They don't even say fanny pack.
No, they say nice fanny. Like nice fan. Well, maybe they say nice fanny pack. I don't know because I'm not really listening. I'm just like.
Well, you know what that means in Britain. Maybe
Yeah, we know what it means in Britain.
Maybe that's what they're trying to say to you.
So I'm really cool because I'm supreme.
And Scotty Mac from Scotland said he missed you. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, you could have taken Alberto's advice and just
I
bought
could
new
have,
pants.
but these were a gift.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to wear them. Thank you. 7 weeks cutting so I could wear these pants. And they're super cute. But like, I was just trying to be like, my gosh. Yes, I was cutting because these are really cute pants. We all have goals.
Bananas are, depends on what kind of cookie.
Are they dipped in chocolate? Like dark chocolate? Because I like the bananas dipped in dark chocolate.
Let's go favorite cookies, least favorite cookies.
Oh, okay. I've recently discovered the Snickerdoodle. And it sounds fancy, and it's just a cinnamon sugar cookie. And they're amazing. So I think that's becoming my new favorite. Least favorite cookie.
Yeah.
Do
now,
we have one?
We're gonna do homemade. All right, so we'll have favorite and least favorite
Oatmeal
store
raisin.
cookie, and then least favorite homemade cookies.
Okay, I don't like oatmeal raisin cookies.
Okay.
Don't
Why
try
not?
to make,
No, why not?
well, because it feels like I'm eating a granola bar. And I want to eat a cookie. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what about you? What's your favorite cookie?
Favorite homemade cookie is a super fresh
Chocolate chip.
chocolate chip cookie. Like I've had double chocolate chip or triple chocolate chip cookies where like it's a chocolate batter and then they have chocolate
Yes.
chips and white chocolate chips, and that's too much. There's something perfect about the blend between dark chocolate chips and just a really nice like cookie dough.
But if you go to like a store like Starbucks and they have the triple chunk, so it's not a cookie dough, it's not chocolate dough, but then they have the chunks of the chocolate and then a big chocolate chip and a little chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite chocolate chip cookie. A chocolate chunk. Really, because I'm just eating chocolate and
Right.
then there's like little bits of cookie between.
And
Okay,
then
least favorite. Or are you gonna go favorite store-bought cookie? Those aren't very good. Like Oreos?
yeah, I'd probably go Oreos. Like dunk them in
Oreos.
milk just until the point when they get really soggy, and you take it and you bite it, and the whole thing just mushes in your mouth. It's so good.
You know what I
It's
do?
so good.
I use Oreo cookies as a fortune teller. I say, I'm going to turn the Oreo. If the cream is on the right side, then blah, 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 blah. If the cream is on the left side, blah, blah, blah. If the cream is on both sides, then it sucks or something like that. And then I turn it and then I'm like, oh, and then I scrape it like a dip. You ever do
That's
that?
funny. That's how you ended up breaking up with the boyfriend before you started dating me. Because you said, this is what's happened. On this side, I break up with Raphael. This side, I stay with him. And I said, you said, on this side, Raphael something. And I said, if it's on the other side, I said, you're breaking up with him.
And
I
was
put
it?
And it was,
The Oreo cookie has been right more often than not. That's why I was like, you don't understand. Oreo cookie, Oreo cookie, Oreo cookie. And one of my girls, she was like worried about a test. I'm like, on this side, you're going to fail. And then I was like, oh, it says you're going to fail. But it's okay. I only said the test, not for the class. I should ask her how she did. Yeah. So I'm pretty official. It has a key. It has a key on it to like unlock stuff. It has a barcode to get in. And yeah. So if we have one of those lockdown intruder drills, I can like lock my door. Yeah, I really like fanny packs. You said your boy runs with them.
Steve. Yeah,
Steve runs
Shaw
with the
does
fanny
one
pack.
of them.
But he probably doesn't have as much stuff in it. Like, this is a lot of markers.
No, he probably carries like a water bottle, maybe some granola bars or something.
Granola bars.
I don't know.
All right, let's do it.
Mother's homemade butterscotch crumb cookies are my favorite Christmas time. Ooh, that does sound good.
That does
sounds
I love
really good.
butterscotch morsels. Those are so good, and I feel like they're not utilized as often as they should. Like,
No,
they're
they're
delicious.
underrated. They're underrated.
They're delicious. So yeah, well, let's keep talking about cookies.
He
He sent me cookies
I'm trying
today.
to say least favorite cookie.
Do you like oatmeal raisin?
No,
I mean, it tastes like a granola bar.
I don't like oatmeal chocolate chip ones either. Just give me a regular chocolate chip because don't try to.
Yeah,
drink
don't
any
try to make it
oatmeal
healthy.
cookie. No.
What do you
don't
do
do that.
then? Yeah,
Anything with white chocolate, I don't like.
I do.
White chocolate is highly
Macadamia
overrated.
nut?
It's not even real chocolate.
Yeah, I don't like oatmeal. I think I like everything else. What about Snickerdoodle?
Yeah, Snickerdoodles could work.
They're really good.
PES used to make a really good Snickerdoodle protein. That was good.
Really?
And
It's a great flavor for protein.
Primeval cinnamon milk, which was like an horchata kind of flavor,
Yes.
was really good.
That sounds delicious. I would love some of that. I could put it in my coffee. Yeah.
Well, we
mix
had
that
it
there.
for a while.
Did I put it in my coffee?
There is no least favorite cookie.
Nom, 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 nom. I do eat your cookies. Sorry. Okay, yeah.
Soft and chewy or hard and crunchy? Ooh, it's got to be soft and chewy. I don't want unless it's an Oreo, but then even
Right.
then, I want the Oreo dunked in milk until it goes.
Right.
But I don't like.
You know
So I
what?
like a fresh baked chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
I do not like the chewy Chips Ahoy.
I was going to talk about Chips Ahoy.
Regular Chips Ahoy are good. Regular Chips Ahoy
Chips Ahoy
dipped in milk is good.
Okay,
But
I
the
like
chewy-
Chips Ahoy a lot.
Chewy Chips Ahoy in the red package.
Chewy's
disgusting,
gross because the
disgusting.
chips are too small. All you're eating is you're just chewing on dough, right? Am I the only one that
Yeah,
thought
just
there was no
kinda-
chocolate chips in
It's
it?
like a plastic cookie.
But I
You want a plastic
love
cookie.
chunky Chips Ahoy and regular Chips Ahoy. And here's the thing. I think it's because did you grow up on them? Because I did. Ooh, Milano cookies.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm going to time out here. Did you just, Milano cookies?
I mean, maybe I'm remembering them. I'm confusing them with something
Do you know
else.
it's the ones that look like this?
Yeah.
And then they're beige and then there's like a little swoop
Yeah.
of the chip. Really? Okay.
I'd have to reach on it. It's been.
I
over a
like Chips
decade.
Ahoy, but I wonder if it's like Taco Bell, if it's not good anymore. Do I just like it and it's actually not that good? Or is it still good? Like Church's chicken is still good. Their chicken, their biscuits, their macaroni and cheese, and their jalapeno cheese poppers and mashed potatoes, everything at Church's is still good. And that is the most underrated fried chicken joint out of any of the fried chicken joints. KFC is good. I'm not going to deny that KFC is good. And Popeyes has good chicken and really good red beans and rice. But Church's chicken, to me, is where it's at. And they give you a jalapeno. I mean, you can't ask for that.
Store-bought would be soft sugar cookies with icing.
Wait. But the Walmart sugar cookie, I know, they're so good. But there's this place called Crumble, Crumbl. Best sugar cookie that's pink. It's called chilled. I don't know why, and I don't care why. I don't care. It's delicious. Pink icing. Every person that eats it goes, this is the best cookie. I'm like, I know this is the best cookie you've ever had. It's the best cookie I've ever had. And it's just like a Walmart sugar cookie, but like better than that.
Yeah.
Better. I was going to say Play-Doh had this idea of forms. Like there's this ideal and all we see is the shadow version. It's like the Walmart sugar cookies are the shadow version of the Crumble pink cookie. The pink cookie is like the, it's the way all sugar cookies should be. Dude, is that what's in Ben & Jerry's cookie dough? Like when people have cookie dough
Yeah.
in things.
Right, but they're probably pasteurizing to a certain extent, so there's no risk for.
Can I just say I don't bake
Bacteria.
cookies, so never had the opportunity.
Yeah, I was never a big raw cookie dough, like lick the beat or stuff. Like if my mom made brownies, I would like that, but like regular raw cookie dough.
You know what's really funny about
I was
that?
like one of those.
So
One of
I
those
grew
kids.
up not eating that many sweets. Not because my parents didn't want to, but just like I didn't have a sweet tooth. I had a salty tooth. So when people like grew up licking the beaters, my mom would use the beaters to make mashed potatoes. And she would put sour cream and butter and stuff in those mashed potatoes. So when I saw people licking the beaters, I always thought it was like for mashed potatoes.
Beater,
So I'd always eat the mashed potatoes.
beater. I hardly know her.
Burn. No, okay, really though. Like when I lick a beater, I want mashed potatoes on it. I'm like, I'm gonna lick mashed potatoes. We never baked cookies, so I don't know.
Would potassium supplementation be
Worthwhile.
worth?
I know what you were with.
Yeah.
I know.
It really depends. Are you not consuming enough potassium in your diet as
What
is?
has potassium?
Potatoes, bananas, avocados, yogurt,
I am not eating enough potassium.
dark leafy greens. If you're not consuming enough potassium through your diet and you're consuming an excess of sodium, because they kind of balance each other out. So sodium is the primary extracellular electrolyte in the body, and potassium is the primary intracellular electrolyte. And so they have sodium potassium pumps within the cell, which kind of facilitate the transportation of ions across cell membranes and whatnot.
That's exciting.
So if you are not consuming that, and plus you could also get severe cramping if you experience a lot of cramping and stuff during your workouts, it could be a disproportionate ratio between sodium and potassium, and also a lack of magnesium. Although I'm very hesitant to recommend just pure potassium supplements, because over supplementing with potassium can stop your heart.
Wait,
So
is there something you can take with it?
maintain a good balance between sodium and potassium.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
When you get a cramp when you're working out, is that a different cramp than I get when like I'm laying in bed and then I flex my toe and then all of a sudden everything in my foot explodes?
No.
Those are the same muscle cramp?
I mean, it's probably a different point in your body.
I'm literally doing nothing when I lay in bed and then I like randomly flex my calf and then my calf explodes, or I randomly flex my foot and then the arch of my foot explodes.
You're low on probably potassium and magnesium.
Well, every ingredient you said I don't eat. I love avocados. I love bananas. I love leafy greens. I don't eat them. We should stalk them.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for the question. I am apparently low. I'm just gonna
Some
start
myth
eating.
about getting sick from raw cookie dough. Yeah,
Good to know. I never did.
Well, the whole salmonella thing from the raw egg yolks. I mean, I think if you're buying decent quality eggs, you're not just leaving your egg like sit on the counter for 6 hours before you're making the cookie dough. The risk is probably super, super duper minimal. Once ate a 5-pound tub within a week and never got sick. That's a lot of cookie dough. That's a lot of cookie dough.
You know what though? Maybe you were conditioned. Like hard. Like an actual tub of cookie dough. Dang. You didn't eat anything with it? Like that's interesting. This is interesting.
Here's the lead into Alberto's thing.
Okay.
See, this is a good thing. All right, so everybody that's tuning in on the live feed, if your questions aren't populating in the comments feed, sometimes YouTube gets stupid and doesn't actually.
Don't insult YouTube. You'll get kicked off.
No, YouTube's stupid. YouTube, Google, all the powers that be that are manipulating and suppressing information. Anyway, side tangent. Break it up into smaller groups like this because sometimes if the comment's too long, then YouTube just kind of shits the bed and doesn't post it. So leg cramps at the end of my workouts, also track my calories. My MyFitnessPal seems to be under the recommended quantity. Yeah, potassium and magnesium. I would look into that. You could even check to see your pre-workout and your intra-workout supplements. Sometimes, they might have some extra. No, they might just have extra magnesium and potassium in there. If not, then you can look into supplementing with some additional magnesium and potassium. But start on the low end and work your way up. I heard salmonella from eggs comes more from the egg shell versus the actual egg.
You mean people had shell in their stuff and they just ate it and didn't realize it? Or do you mean like
the risk of salmonella is on the outside of the egg shell. So that's where the bacteria lives, not on the inside of the actual.
Oh, that makes more sense actually when you think about it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That really does make sense. I love things like that.
Yeah. Jimmy, I use a sweetener made by Lakanto that is monk fruit and erythritol. It says it's 0 calories.
What's the real story? That's a good question. Is it really 0 calories?
Okay, so monk fruit is another one of those like non-nutritive sweeteners or super
Like
low
stevia?
calorie sweeteners that, it's a natural one that's
Like the
kind
leaf?
of in the stevia family. I prefer monk fruit actually to stevia,
Good.
just from like a taste standpoint. Stevia is disgusting to me for the most part. It says 0 calories, and that's true to a certain extent. So on the packet, like if you're just using a packet of it, it is, I believe if it's under 5 or 10 calories, they can technically classify it as a 0 calorie food. And
But
since erythritol, your body can't digest it because it's a sugar alcohol, it doesn't contain as many calories as what it typically does. But the trade-off with sugar alcohols is that since your body can't digest them,
You poop.
you consume too much of them, you get horrible cramping, bloating, and gas. So that's why you got to be careful with some protein bars that if they're all nothing but sugar alcohols,
Right.
you're going to be breaking wind and you're setting yourself for sale in the bathtub. So it really depends. And like even if you're using the sucralose baking blend at the store, it's like this giant tub of thing, and it'll say 0 calories.
Yeah.
But if you look on the label, a serving size is like 1/4 of a teaspoon or
So
something.
they give
like
you the
that.
smallest serving size possible to maintain the 0 calories.
Yeah, because it's usually mixed with also maltodextrin, so it keeps it in a free-flowing powder. Because if they use just those, non-nutritive sweeteners, those things are like 6, 10, 20,000 times sweeter than sucrose, which is just regular sugar.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's why you can get by with just a little bit. So it's really going to depend, Jimmy, on the quantity of how much you're using of that monk fruit and erythritol. I mean, if you're consuming, half a cup of it, there's going to be some calories in there. But if you're using like as much as you would do to like flavor your coffee or something, sweeten your coffee or something, you're fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
Those are good questions, guys.
Yeah.
These are good questions.
Yeah. Any experience with saffron supplements?
Ooh. What would be the benefit of a saffron supplement? Do you know?
Yeah, there was a product. I did a product page for a brand a while back that had saffron in it. I'm trying to remember. I think it was a stem-free fat loss supplement. Let me pull it up real quick.
Let's look up saffron. Well, first of all, what do we eat that has saffron in it? Something, rice?
Paella.
Paella.
Yeah.
Right? And you just put a little bit in.
Right.
Okay. If that's okay, just help me. That's like
just
the yellowish,
recorded.
golden,
Yeah.
thready. Where does saffron even come from?
It is the little thing you pull out of a flower.
Interesting. And these flowers are prevalent in what, France or something? Everything
Spain.
good comes from Spain. Paella. Gotta watch out for that.
All right, so yeah, the ingredient they used in it was Affron. So it was a premium grade saffron extract, standardized to
3.5% something.
Lepidopteroxalides. help to reduce stress and anxiety and improve
Ooh.
mood. That's what it was for. Okay, so it was in
Oh, it improves sleeplessness.
yeah, in mood. So 28 milligrams per day is the lowest done. It's 6 clinical studies on this Affron. So AFFRON.
So saffron without the S, basically, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So 28 milligram dose. That is the extent of my knowledge. Is that I was working on a product page for a brand that has this patented saffron extract in one of their fat burners.
Okay, can I just say this is found in Spain, right?
Yeah.
You know, Spain is the place that has the siestas in the middle of the day, the 2-hour go home and have a little nap kind of thing.
Yeah.
They seem to be pretty chill. They have like a good work-life balance. That's kind of funny that if at some point people start to attribute it less to culture and more to saffron, just because it's potentially in their food more often than it is in another country. That's just interesting. That's an interesting idea. Like, oh, it's not their lifestyle. In reality, it's the saffron.
Yeah. For y'all looking, the product that I was talking about that has that, it is Steel Slim by Steel Fit. It is their female-oriented weight loss.
Well,
supplement.
I should have had that because for 7 weeks now, I've been cutting.
Yeah, how's that going? While we're on the subject of weight loss supplements.
You know,
and
it's like, it's hit or miss. It's like I'm still cutting. Yeah, I'm still cutting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can wear the pants now. But it's like up until this point, there would be times in the past 2 weeks where I'm like, who cares about these pants? I just want to eat. I just want to eat what I want to eat, what I want to eat. And I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll just eat lettuce or something. Like I'll just eat the chicken breast. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I go through phases. It's a love-hate relationship. Because in reality, I do look good. And I had a sports bra on under my shirt or something. And I was talking to my homeroom girls and they were like, you need to get a good sports bra. I'm like, you guys should look at this. This is awkward, but I did. I lifted my shirt because this is my homeroom. We know it's fine. And I was like, this is a good sports bra. And they went, whoa, Miss Sanatsky, you have abs. And I went, yes, I do. I forget that nobody ever sees these things. And so
Not
anyway,
even me.
no, because like when I go swimming, I wear a swim shirt, like one of those long sleeve with a turtleneck, because I don't want to get sunburned. And that's a lot of surface area to put the sunscreen on. It's a waste of money. And I get sunburned anyways because I'm like super pale. So anyways, I was like, nobody ever sees my abs. And here I am cutting for what purpose? Robert loves me no matter what. It doesn't matter.
Well, there's a limit.
I'm not going to get like super big. I'm just saying.
I wasn't talking about your physical attributes. You said
Yes,
I
you
love
were.
you no matter what. If you went on a serial killing spree, I would not love you anymore.
It depends. Who was I killing? Oh, what?
You are gonna get us kicked off this channel.
So anyways, no. It's like, is it worth it? These stupid pants. But then I put on the pants, and then I don't have to worry about, like when I wear the clothes, I don't have to worry about anything like coming out or like, I don't know how to explain it. It's actually nice to be able to fit into things that look good and to wear things that look good and to not have to worry as much about like pudge. So it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And the thing is that I'm not deprived really. I can still have like the cookies today because overall each day I'm eating under. So if one day I eat 200 calories more, then I'm at maintenance, but I'm still cutting overall. So mathematically, I'm okay with it. But every now and then, man, you get angry. You're like, oh, I'm freaking hungry. And I just want to eat. And then there's this dude over here like, yeah, I burned 3,000 calories today. I'm like, God, I freaking wish I burned 3,000 calories. If everybody pulled a Robert, I feel like there should be
up
the Robert.
3,020 at the moment, according to my.
I feel like there should be a Robert diet, Body by Robert. Okay, because that's what I tell people at work. They're like, oh my gosh, she looks so good. I'm like, Body by Robert. I take out my lunch that he's made for me that's like prepackaged with 9 ounces of green beans that are frozen and my enchiladas that are nice and protein heavy. I was like, Body by Robert. And I just make my meal. It's like a whole program. I eat my meal and he gives me my workout.
Program and
but the thing is that Robert goes and he walks like over and over and over and over again. He's getting like a million, you get like 20,000 steps every single day, month after month, and eat lots of vegetables and protein.
Not every day. I mean,
you're going to lose, you're going to cut it.
No, I mean, it's just like, so today I had 2 different 45-minute phone calls with 2 different brands today. And so, yeah, I was just walking back and forth through the house because it's 28 degrees outside. So I was bouncing back and forth from one end of the house to the other because it's better than just sitting
fidget like crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
It's I was for a big fidgeter. You are much more of a fidgeter.
I am what are they called? Neat or nice? There's a name for it.
Yeah, non-exercise activity thermogenesis.
I have a lot of non-exercise
activity thermogenesis.
Yes. I have a lot of that. I wiggle and move a lot.
You do.
Plus, I have to keep my math students awake because it's math. Yeah. Sometimes it's not as exciting as I hope it was.
Oh, and I was talking to the owner of One Up. He saw our protein bar review that we did around Christmas.
Love One Up. I was
He,
like, oh, they have.
He said you were a firecracker.
I'm a firecracker who just got some more protein bars. Didn't he give us more?
He said there's some new flavors in route. So
I am so excited. And he said their top seller is one that we haven't even tried. I was like, funny story. Out of all the ones, I've actually been going toward the peanut butter and jelly one over and over again. It's that gooey top part that's like, hang, 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 hang. It's so good. So I freaking love One Up, and I love their proteins too, like their drinks.
Yeah, and they're working on a new formula for their pre-workout. They're revamping their pre-workout too. They just released a non-stim one, and they're updating their stim one.
I don't think I've ever used any of their other products.
No, we have not tried.
I just like the taste of the stuff.
Their protein bars and their proteins are the only ones we've
they're
tried
really good.
thus far.
They taste really good.
No, Devin, I don't have an Apple Watch. I have an iPhone that is probably 3 generations old. I think it's still an iPhone 6S Plus or a 7. I don't know. They're on 11 or 12 now.
We keep getting notifications that our iCloud memory is full, and like, shut up, or go away. I hate you.
My laptop, my laptop isn't Apple. It's a MacBook Pro, but it's 2017, so it's 3.5 years old now.
I love that that's old.
Yeah.
It's so old.
Well, it is.
The only reason why we have these is because our like Humana, like our health insurance, has this Go 360 or Go 365. I can't tell if it's 365 like a day or like a year, or if it's 360 like degrees. It's something. It's like Go 360 Humana, and you get points. And we have used, just by using these things, and I bought with points. We've gotten like $600 in Amazon gift cards, because you just earn points, and he keeps walking and I keep moving, and it's like, hey, we get more points. $100 gift card to Amazon. So like, we only have these because we're cheap. This is basically it. We just want some Amazon gift cards.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm giving my data to the government so that they can track it. It's awkward.
Well, no, I don't sync it because it says, do you want to sync with GPS and do all this stuff? So, no.
Yeah, they know me, and it tracks my sleep, which is actually kind of interesting. That is actually interesting.
Not when I see a sleep score of 47 on me.
Out of 100, guys, it's not good.
No, that was Tuesday.
It's depressing. Yeah, it's depressing. I actually don't look at it in the morning. I used to be like, how'd I sleep? And sometimes I feel so great. I'm like, I slept so great. And then it's like, oh, you have a 70 sleep score? That's not good. I was like, well, I felt good until you told me I didn't, so screw you. And so I don't look at my sleep score when I wake up, because I'm like, I'm going to go with how I feel.
There you go.
So anyways.
Serial killer. Cinnamon Toast Crunch doesn't stand a chance against me.
Let me tell you something.
That's how I would be with Raisin Bran or Raisin Bran Crunch.
I'm sorry.
I realized how bad that sounded. Or the Frosted Mini Wheats.
Okay, that sounds better. I love it.
Raisin Bran
Cinnamon
Crunch.
Toast Crunch is delicious, and he's like, Raisin Bran. Robert, that's so, you know what's sad is I freaking agree with him. I love Raisin Bran Crunch. The crunch one is so freaking good.
It's got granola bits.
Oh my god, but it's like so dorky. Who wants a Raisin Bran? And I don't like oatmeal raisin cookies.
No.
But my Raisin Bran Crunch, God, it's so good. You're right. No, okay. I discovered Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I told you I didn't like sweets as a child. I didn't discover that until college. And I was like, damn, this is good. You don't need any milk. You know what I mean? Like, you just eat that stuff.
Yeah.
I was a big Frosted Flakes girl and Lucky Charms. Those were my two that I ate when I was younger. They're not that good.
Lucky Charms.
Rice Krispies. I mean, what does it taste like? I don't know. I liked that too. You have to eat that fast though, because it gets soggy and nasty.
I did not. I've never eaten grape nuts, actually.
Is there really?
I've never eaten grape nuts.
Oh my God, I have. They taste like dried up old man grape nuts. I mean, they don't taste good. It's like okay, yeah. Seriously, Raisin Bran Crunch, guys. That's pretty much where it's at.
Funny.
What?
BTK is the serial killer that they're tracking in Mindhunter.
Oh,
so he's saying I'm BTK's protege.
Oh, Mindhunter.
Because of the
I started
serial
watching
killer.
it with you, and then I stopped.
You watched the first episode, I think.
I watched like a couple.
I like the first season much more than the second season.
Really? Is it the same storyline?
Yeah, it's a continuation, but it's just I like the first season a lot more.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
I hate it when you like something and then you go, okay, and you tell someone. That's what's even worse, right? Like, this is really good, and then you keep watching. You're like, wait, stop! Don't watch it. It's not good anymore. I lied. I'm sorry. It got bad.
Like the second half of Game of Thrones, like the second half of Dexter.
Like the last 10 minutes of the entire Lost series.
Yeah.
If they had just left off the last 10 minutes, everything would be fine. In fact, you know how they go back in and edit things? You know, they go back into like the Star
Director's
Wars
cut
thing.
or something?
No, like the Star Wars thing. Like now when you watch
Oh,
Star
it's a
Wars,
special edition.
they do
yeah.
the special, they
Yeah.
add Anakin back in at the end or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to go back in and pretend like the last 10 minutes at the very end of Lost never happened. If it was me, if I ran the world, I would just chop it off right before he touches the coffin. Just chop it off and done. Everybody's happy. And if you've ever watched Lost, you should know what I'm talking about. Because I was in. I mean, you have to be in. They swirl you away with these black mists and all this weird stuff. Like I was totally in with the alternate dimension. I was like, this is great. This is the best finale I've ever seen. And then the last 10 minutes happened. And then it was the worst series I've ever seen in my life. It that much happened in 10 minutes. So I was like, just don't watch the last 10 minutes and it'll be great.
Okay, here might be a loaded one.
What's TB12? Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So this is interesting because
Let's see.
wait. Before we talk about that, before we look, isn't he on some kind of, like he's dating, I mean, he's married to Giselle, right? Victoria's Secret model. She's got a cut, like to look good. Okay, there's no way she doesn't do cutting for that. So didn't he cut certain things out of his diet? Is he a vegan or didn't he do something
He went
different
on one of
or
these like
weird?
woo-woo diets.
Like a woo-woo diet. Like
yeah.
a,
Yeah, and he came out with the TB12 diet and all this other
so then it would
bullshit.
make sense he would need a supplement line because homeboy's not getting enough from his steak.
Let's see what's in the
So
TB12.
let's see. Yeah.
form. Promotes steady energy, aids focus and cognition. Ingredients.
Well, these should be fine. This
I
is
mean,
just like a
it's
nootropic.
like a giant pixie dusted blended piece of shit, probably. Well, if the website actually worked and it would drop down the product details when I'm clicking on it.
You should share your screen and show them how when you're trying to click on it, it doesn't click. We're more than welcome to see what's going on with his line. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here we go.
Let's hit a refresh on the page.
We'll give him a second chance. What are the ingredients? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. That's not working. Let's try performance. I want to go to nutrition and hydration.
Busted picture.
This is weird. You would think Tom Brady would have access to someone who's watching this who knows how to set up websites should probably get in touch with Tom Brady and have him fire his current person
and hire me to actually
and
formally
hire.
quality shit.
There you go. He just needs to reboot. Common questions. How do we get your website to work? Am I the only one that feels like
Yeah.
that's weird? Okay, so anyways.
What supplements do you need? That's right there. You don't need.
There you go.
any, so.
That's what a supplement is. Here you go.
All right, none of the pictures work on this goddamn site.
I can't believe Tom Brady's website doesn't work. That he doesn't have connections to like a decent.
Let me check. Let me just try a different browser. We'll see if that works, and it probably doesn't.
Okay.
Let's see.
This is. Am I the only one that finds this fascinating?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to go to perform? Okay. This is weird. I thought you clicked perform.
I did.
And we got a girl eating some food. But the pictures look great.
Electrolytes, plant-based protein. All right, there you go. Going for the lowest common denominator. Jumping on the hype wagon right now.
Okay, so let's go to let's go to some of this. What?
There's 18,000
Oh my
pop-ups on
gosh. This is a terrible.
Let's check his post-workout. Is this going to actually show me?
Wait, it doesn't show us the product. Am I the only one that thinks that this is the weirdest? Okay, here we go, guys. We're going to try it one more time. Wait, what are we looking at when you quick view? Okay, here we go. Oh my, have y'all seen how many? Okay.
There's 18,000 pop-ups.
Okay. Hey, guys.
Okay, here we go. We got 500 milligrams of Sensoril ashwagandha,
Is that a good dose?
to 325 milligrams of Rhodiola rosea, 25 milligrams of Zembrin, and 250 milligrams of Zynamite.
Are these good?
The dosages on, that's a really big dose of Sensoril. Like usually you only need like 250 milligrams of Sensoril because that's the one standardized to 10% with analytes. 500, man, that's like, that's going to crush any kind of sorrel. Plus you got Zembrin, which is a standardized Kana extract, which helps decrease anxiety even more. So this is more like, I wouldn't say this is a perform supplement. This is like
Xanax.
Yeah, basically.
This is like what they gave the 1950s housewives that were unhappy.
Yeah, rhodiola is a high standardized solidified content of rhodiola. which I like that ingredient a lot. And Zynamite is a COMT inhibitor, so it inhibits the enzyme that breaks down dopamine and norepinephrine in the body. So
Right.
it would lead to longer, more sustained dopamine levels and so energy. And we're actually thinking of I'm putting that into a pre-workout that I'm working on for NutraBio right now.
What was the name of the specific product? Something to make you calm?
No, it's
Serenity?
called Perform.
It was called Perform.
Vital Fit Perform. Promotes steady energy, aids focus and cognitive function, supports mood and stress management. Is
that what we would call
$50? $50 for
how many servings?
30 servings. No, it's not worth that.
Wow. Okay, so I think we've decided.
I mean, this is kind of like the Marky Mark line too, where it's got a big celebrity name on it and it's just super.
Well, then why don't they take the time to just get quality?
Recover,
what's this?
480 of curcuminoids, 300 Aqualox, Boswellia serrata. Yes. Now,
Okay.
I would not recommend taking this if you are interested in increasing strength or hypertrophy, because there is a lot of anti-inflammatory compounds in here,
and that's the point of working out.
Right, but if you are a high-level athlete, your main thing during the season is not to trying to get bigger, stronger, faster. You're just trying to maintain the gains that you made in the off season.
Okay.
So this is great for an athlete that's in season.
Okay. Someone who is already
correct
and wants to maintain, but for someone who's building, I think that's important to specify on here. Does it say at any point, hey guys, this is for people who want to maintain versus build? Does it say that on here?
No,
see, that's something that's important.
Just people want to recover faster.
I think, okay.
Yeah, take 2 capsules in the evening, ideally with food. Consult your physician before taking it.
I would
almost recommend taking it after your training. HL membrane is good for your joints. Boswellia is good for your joints, but it's also going to help reduce some of the inflammation that's there. Curcumin
I want to read how they describe it though, because what you just said, I want to know. Like if I was buying this, I'd want to know recover. It's fast, keeps you moving, whether you're working out, working, or just living an active life. No, I would think I should take this if I was trying to build.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, I would definitely not suggest taking that anywhere in the peri-workout window if you were going to take that.
Weird.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
You got a multivitamin.
This is interesting.
Got vitamin D supplement. Let's take a look at the multivitamin.
Okay.
Let's see what forms of the min. Tom Brady. This is reason number 4,820.
There we go.
I don't like
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. He could easily get someone who knows what they're doing out here. What do you think?
He's actually using the good forms of the minerals. We got magnesium citrate here.
That's good. Does the other one out?
Methylcobalamin. He's got the metafolin, the 5-methylfolate in there.
Okay. So good vitamins.
He's using the good forms of the vitamins there.
That's good.
Proprietary blend of a bunch of little pixie dusted antioxidant stuff, which doesn't do.
But it makes someone feel good.
Great.
I have spinach extract and strawberry extract.
So, it's not bad. Is it worth it?
This is interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else finds this as interesting as I do.
Yeah. Is fish oil overrated? Should everyone take multivitamin pills?
Fish oil. Let's start with that one.
Okay, so when fish oil first came out, you had douche nozzles like Dr. Oz, and they're all clans saying this is the cure for cancer. It's going to cure you, and if you're 4,000 pounds overweight, it's going to make you look like a Victoria's Secrets model. It doesn't do that. What is important, it is an essential fatty acid, so you do need omega-3s. And if you do have an out of balance, your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is out of whack, like most unhealthy Americans is, because there's an overabundance of omega-6s in the diet, which is still an essential fatty acid.
Right.
But they're much more prevalent in the diet where we don't eat a lot of fatty fish and other foods that contain omega-3. So you get this disproportionate ratio, this high amount of omega-6, this low amount of omega-3s, and it creates a pro-inflammatory state in the body. So the reason is that omega-3s have an anti-inflammatory effect is because they kind of bring that balance back to closer to, like, instead of it being 5,000 to 1 or 600 to 1, which most people have, it's more like 20 to 1, 4 to 1. I mean, ideally you'd have like 4 to 1 to 1 to 1 kind of ratio, somewhere in there. Do I think fish oil is overrated? Absolutely not. Do I think it's going to cure cancer and do all this stuff? No. It's going to, help your joint health, cognitive function, hormones, all of those kind of good things. So I would recommend taking them if you're not consuming at least, 2 to 3 portions of a good quality high fatty fish. It's like
A
some
day?
kind of like no, a week.
Oh,
3
okay.
portions a week.
I don't think they are.
So something like a wild Alaskan salmon would be really good. Mackerel, sardines, anchovies, those kind of things.
Ooh, anchovies. Like in my
Um,
Caesar salad?
So no, I don't think fish oil is overrated. The difficulty thing is finding a good quality source of fish oils. Make sure it's not oxidized. So that's why you'll often see fish oils, in addition to having the fish oil in the actual gel cap, it'll say packaged with tocopherols or vitamin C, which are potent antioxidants, which prevent the fish oil from being oxidized.
Got
Because
it.
once it's oxidized,
It
it becomes pro-inflammatory again.
Oh no!
So, yeah. And should everyone take multivitamin pills? I mean,
Why not?
they're relatively cheap, and yeah, I mean, just kind of it's insurance to make sure that you're covering all your bases. Some days you may not eat like a nutritional saint, and so you're gonna have little gaps in your diet. Plus, due to a lot of the conventional farming practices, the soil isn't as nutrient rich as it used to be, which means that the fruits and vegetables that we're thinking have this really high that are may not be that much. Plus, the fruit that you're getting is probably grown in Mexico. Then it sits on their trucks for 6 weeks and the way to your grocery store. Then it sits in the back of the grocery store for 3 or 4 weeks. Then it sits on the front of the grocery store for a week. And that entire time it's off the vine. It's just losing nutrients slowly but surely.
I wonder if we could do a study, I don't even know how you could, of the nutrients that we think that, that
You usually could.
things are in.
Yeah,
and then we have it and we're like, it doesn't have it.
Yeah, you take it straight off the farm, take it right there.
Does it?
And then you take it off the store shelf and you see it. We'll see what happens 6 weeks later.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, I find a good quality one. There's a ton of really good quality multivitamins on the market. Glaxon makes one, NutriBio, Ghost.
For girls, should they just stick to the prenatal ones? Aren't those the best for girls?
They could be, yeah.
That's what I heard.
I'd have to go through and look at yours.
Not
again,
like you have to
I don't
be
remember.
like pre or pregnant or whatever, but I heard
Animal
those are
Pack's
good.
always good. So, favorite protein bars. Favorite book off the top of your head? Not
Pride and
necessarily.
Prejudice. I hate that I'm such a girl. And Don Quixote. Hilarious. Go, Robert, go. Star Wars. Say it. Just say it. Star Wars. Star Wars. Godfather. Star Wars. Godfather. What is it, Robert? Go, go, go. Off the top of your head.
It would have to be the Star Wars Expanded Universe. Let's go with that. The
Yeah.
entire Expanded Universe. The actual one, not the bullshit that's been released
The
since Disney took
one
over.
where Han and Leia are married and they have 3 kids.
Yeah. And Luke actually is a badass and not
He's
some
a
whimpering,
badass.
neuter thing to fit some
He's
kind of
married to
political and
Mara.
social agenda now.
Okay. I like Pride and Prejudice a lot.
Favorite proton bars?
Okay, that's a tough one because if I say flavor, then unfortunately the ones that have the best flavor aren't really like macro wise probably the best because I really still like Outright bars. They still make those. I like those. And I really like 1UP. I'm sorry. What? I like the oatmeal-y flavor one. I really like 1UP. I love the peanut butter one and the jelly. But then I also like Sinfit when I want like a ton of protein.
They're changing those. They're coming out with like a Whole Foods based bar now too.
Will I like
That's
it?
more along the lines of what you call it,
I don't know what you call it is. What is what you call it?
outright bars and those kind of
Oh.
things.
Good to know. It's probably because I said I like them so much.
I know they're supposed to be coming out. Let me see if they're actually out now. I know Shane wrote about them a little bit while ago. Nope.
Okay, I love you. I like Sinfit. Sinfit's good. But it's like I gotta be in the mood. Like I'm not a sweet tooth kind of girl, right?
Yeah.
So I gotta be in the mood for something super sweet. I think that's why I like the peanut butter and jelly
Chocolate
1UPs.
Crunch bar, cinnamon crunch, blueberry crunch, peanut butter crunch.
You should order me some. You should order me some.
No, remember you told me not to order anymore.
I know. We have so many. 38 times
Nice.
12.
260, so 24 carbs, 20 protein.
They
so
used to have 30 protein
Yeah, they've changed
for
it
like
up somewhat.
330. Go back to the chocolate one. Is the chocolate one still the same? Because I didn't mind it because it was like 30 grams of protein in a protein bar. I mean, that's huge.
No,
So then I
they've
was
shrunk
like,
it
oh,
probably
okay.
because 250 now, so it's 20 grams of protein, 25 carbs.
See, if
10
it's only
grams
going to
of
be 20 grams of protein, then I'm perfectly happy with my 1UPs because those are only 18. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
fat.
there's no reason then. Then there's no reason.
I like 1 bars. Those are good.
Yeah,
Let's see.
that's my chewy ones.
It was the coconut almond ones that we tried.
No, I don't like those as much. I'm sorry.
Original Sinfit Nutrition Protein Bar switching to a real food recipe. So yeah, those bars are getting ready to get phased out.
Mm, I like 1UP. I don't know if it's like frozen
Go in
dried,
a
and I love
direction
Outright.
With the lights of Outright
Oh.
and RX bar, which are gross.
Ew, RX bars are nasty, but Outright, did they change the Outright bar then? Because that
Mhm.
one's only like 12 grams of protein, so I don't even know if I can call it a protein bar.
I mean,
But I
it's
just
15
love
grams
it's
of
like,
protein.
but it tastes like I don't know how to explain. It's like oatmeal or something, but like good oatmeal. Favorite
Yeah,
pizza topping.
I mean, like 1 bars. I like the 1 bar. Certain flavors of the 1 bars I like a lot. Their dark chocolate sea salt is really good, and the almond bliss or their almond joy type bar is really good.
Yeah, you like regular protein bars, but I'm a texture person. I don't like all those chewy textures. I don't.
Thrawn is a badass, yes. And Admiral Dala, too.
Admiral Dala
was
was
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. Favorite pizza toppings?
Ready?
Yeah,
We're gonna say it at the same time?
we are.
1, 2, 3. Pepperoni and jalapeno. Oh, what? Pepperoni and jalapeno, spicy.
The one caveat would be Marat's Mediterranean pizza.
Oh my God.
from Mama
He would
D's.
throw chunks of this like sheep's milk feta or
Turkish
something.
sheep's milk feta cheese.
And it was like chunks. Oh, just eat it. And then he would throw artichokes on it. Oh, just eat it. And we have to make another exception. Y'all, if any of you make your way to Ann Arbor, Michigan, go to Anthony's Gourmet Pizza. Small, only the locals and like professors at the University of Michigan know about this place. Oh my God, I'm drooling. Oh my God. It is run by like an angry, beautiful Russian? I don't know what he is. Is he?
He was Russian.
I think we're sure he's Russian.
He was Russian.
But he made the best pizza. And we got the jardiniere, add jalapenos, and pepperonis, actually. Do you remember that?
We did.
But the way, I can't even, oh my God. It's
Amazing.
not a deep dish, and it's not like a New York style. I don't know how to explain this pizza. It's so good. And then the salad comes in this huge bowl with the dressing on the side, and it's just like, and then it's like, it's not just lettuce. It's like a cacophony of beautiful vegetables that are fresh looking, because Ann Arbor is like a farmer's village, farmer's town. Oh my God, Anthony's Gourmet Pizza in Ann Arbor, Michigan is the best pizza. So anyways, favorite toppings is just pepperoni jalapeno. If that's where we're going to go somewhere, easy. But if it's somewhere special.
Least favorite pizza toppings?
Canadian.
Sausage, Canadian bacon.
Yeah.
The Supreme pizza, I hate Supreme
He doesn't
pizzas.
like fennel.
I don't like Italian sausage.
Yeah.
I don't want like cheap ass ground beef on my pizza.
Yeah, I don't want.
I don't want Canadian bacon on my pizza. I don't want pineapple.
I don't
Get
either.
that bullshit out. And plus, it turns all soggy. It's just like this grease-ridden like thing in the crust goes and just kind of does that number.
I like weird white pizzas, like if there's spinach and feta.
You can't say that.
And
Racist.
and like avocados and like Greek olives, and I like those too. You know, like the cool ones.
Yeah.
I like the cool ones.
You
I'm
like the
ignoring him.
magical mystery tour, magical mushroom tour? whatever?
Wait, what is that called? Mellow mushroom?
Mushroom.
Oh my God, their pizza dough. It's sourdough, and then it's a magical mystery tour, which is pesto swirled on top of, wait for it, huge portobello mushrooms and jalapenos. Oh my God, do we have a mellow mushroom around here? I want to order a pizza right now. I'm wearing the pants. It's worth it. Right now, it's so, and it's like so good because like the pesto's on top.
I did see that Jack Factory now has a protein bar. Maybe we'll order some of those. I'll support Jack Factory. I'll do that.
Who's Jack Factory?
The ones that make Cognisurge.
Oh, I like Cognisurge.
Yeah, the new track. I have no problem supporting Jack Factory. I'm not going to buy any outright bars.
Outright bars are the ones that I like, right? I don't want to be saying it wrong. The ones that taste like oatmeal.
I have no interest in giving any money to MTS or Tiger Fitness.
I like outright bars.
No. That's a separate issue for another day.
This is a good question.
Mod.
That's
I
a
take
really good
caffeine
question.
pills before my lifting weight sessions. Is there any significant benefit switching to pre-workout supplements because caffeine pills are a lot cheaper? I would agree. Caffeine pills are a lot cheaper, but there are several beneficial nutrients as identified in the literature using healthy human subjects and resistance-trained individuals too. So you've got things like Elevate-TP, betaine, L-citrulline, nitrosogene, beta-alanine even. All of these ingredients have decent amounts of research in healthy human subjects noting performance improvements in total reps completed, reduced fatigue, increased time to exhaustion. Pico-2 is another really good ingredient too. Mushrooms.
And some of them have nootropics, which I think help with a workout because I think so much of a workout is mental.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really strapped for a budget a month, then don't worry about it. I mean, it's going to give you that extra 5 to 10% that you're going to get. So instead of getting 11 reps in a workout, maybe over the weeks you'll start getting 12 and 13. These things compound over the weeks and months and years of training. But yeah, there are definitely some benefits, and plus it's just there's something to the ritual too. Even if a pre-workout didn't, even just the perception of like mixing it up, drinking it, gets people in that mindset
It's
to
a
go
taste
and
thing.
train their balls off.
That makes sense. No, it's like a memory, right? Like when you smell something, it reminds you of something. So tasting something, that taste, that smell, it gets you like, it's like putting on your outfit. Like you're like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. I definitely think there's a benefit to it. Plus, from the nootropic standpoint, can help you with focus, just to kind of like block out the noise and all that, and zone into your training session a little bit more.
Nootropics.
Delay the onset of fatigue, both central fatigue and local fatigue in the muscle tissues. So yeah, I if you have the budget for it, yeah. And you know, you can email me and we can go over some options or something, or sign up for one of the consultations. We can kind of work out an entire supplement plan or something.
Can my 17-year-old student take pre-workouts?
The tubs say 18 or older.
I know.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Don't like outright bars, but the Jack Factory ones are great. I need to get the Jack Factory.
We have to try now because I'm confused.
On the podcast.
What is it you don't like about the outright bars? I love their texture. I don't know. I love outright bars. Maybe I don't love them anymore. Maybe it's like Taco Bell. I don't know. I always say Taco Bell because I went back to Taco Bell and I was like, oh, this isn't that good. Their 7-layer burrito is what I used to always get, and their bean burrito. And it's not that good. It's always lukewarm and it needs to be hot. But their chicken quesadilla, which is not good, is still good, if that makes any sense.
Nick, have you taken a peek at Impel Nutrition Pump product? Yes. James, the owner of Impel, actually reached out to me when he was formulating it for some of my input and thoughts on it. So
good.
Yeah,
I think it's solid.
There's a little sprinkle of I mean, I'm sure he reached out to a bunch of people, but yeah, him and I did a consult.
It's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, I threw some nuggets of wisdom into the formula, so hopefully
I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it because we helped make it. We're a unit, Robert. We're a unit. What you do, I do. You can take as much credit for anything. You can take credit for these pants. We got married. We are one. We are one. So I'm going to take credit.
Yeah, I gave you the plan that allowed you to fit into those pants.
Body by Robert. Body by Robert. I'm going to laugh if that becomes a thing one day because I've been saying it kind of for years now. We're like, oh, look at you eating so healthy. I'm like, Body by Robert. If it was up to me, I'd be eating bean burritos every day. No lie. That's what I ate the entire year we were engaged. And I was living in Baton Rouge teaching, and he was living in New Orleans working as an engineer. And every day I had bean burritos for lunch with a tiny little spinach salad. You know what's really funny is what was the point of my spinach salad? I had this container that I would just throw a handful of spinach in, and I would put like oil and vinegar in it, and I would just eat like a handful of spinach. I don't even think that counts as a serving, but I was eating a sure lot of oil and vinegar. That's really funny.
Yeah, I don't advertise a whole lot of the companies that are nice enough to reach out to me. I kind of just like to, keep a low profile and let the work speak for itself. And it's just I like to be the guy behind the scenes doing stuff. I don't really go around and advertise it. So it's
I would brag if it was me. So
I know, but
I don't know
I
how
consider
to do that.
No, I consider it an honor. Somebody wants to reach out and get my input on something, or is willing to say, hey, what do you think of this, or help me with it. So it's cool, and I don't really know how much companies want it out there that
the supplement engineer had a hand in helping them make it quality.
Don't even say it like that.
I feel like this should be like credits. Like you should list all the things that you've helped formulate, and everybody could be like, "Whoa, I like that. Who knew? Who knew?"
No, because then you walk around saying you're the world's greatest formulator, or you're a thought leader in the industry, and that kind of bullshit. And just get
that was horrible. I'm a thought leader. Please say someone doesn't say that.
There are plenty of people that call themselves thought leaders, and no, that
I purify souls and minds. You gotta by teaching math.
Take your fucking ego out of the equation, man. These are supplements we're working on here. It's supplements.
I'm a thought. What was it? Thought spreader.
Thought leader. Thought leader.
I'm a thought spreader. I spread my thought on your bread. Okay, let me see.
Devin, outright bars were just all PB flavor, while the Jack Factory bars are more 50-50 flavors. But outright bars also caused me some bathroom side effects 45 minutes after eating them. Interesting. So we are definitely.
Well, it has like honey and stuff in it, right? Like it's not just like it had good stuff. I don't remember. I gotta eat one of those again. I loved those outright bars.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah.
I need to eat them again now.
Here we go, Nick. While we're on the subject of it, this just came out, the new Hooligan Bare Knuckle Stim Free Pump, and yeah, I'll say that everybody knows that I'm good friends with Robbie, and I do help Apollon with their formulation stuff. So
Jungle Juice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna taste that.
That is well, they released Jungle Juice
in college.
They released Jungle Juice in the old formula too. I think the old formula tastes better, but the effects on this one are better because this formula is better. It's got nootropics added to it in addition to the pumps, and we got rid of the glycerol in it and the S7, which is a dog shit ingredient. But glycerol was just always causing it to clump and turn around like this really wet sand looking powder. So this is yeah. Everybody go try this. You can find there's I think an introductory sale over at fitnessdealnews.com.
There's so many deals that love it so much.
So yeah, go for that. I just got that in this week from Robbie, so it's been fun.
Well, and when eventually, wait, am I allowed to talk about what I used today? Because that thing was necessary. That is my favorite now.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a formula
it's
that's in
literally
development.
still in development. Whatever. When it comes out,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about it.
We finalized the formula
'Cause
and we
it's
put the
awesome.
trigger on it. So yeah, I've talked to.
Okay, all I'm saying is, and then like you said, the guy was like, maybe we should add some stuff. I'm like, don't add anything. It's perfect.
No. Well, he wanted to add something that's got a little bit more thermo kick to it, and I just thought, man,
I'm fine.
we're good. It's good from like an energy focus standpoint. We're gonna leave it there.
Man, last night was my first test online and it didn't save any of my written answers, whatever. Needless to say, I was crying and freaking out. Then I had my other class. Then I couldn't sleep for like 2 hours. So I watched like a biography on Lucy and Desi Arnaz. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Lucy. I couldn't go to sleep. I was emotional. I wake up this morning having to teach. I'm like, man, I feel terrible. And he gives me the whatever, you'll learn about it. And I was okay today. I was okay. I was hanging on by a very thin thread, and the thread was what he gave me. I was like,
well, the working name is called Accelerant, is what we're calling it. So you can kind of guess what it is. It's going to be like a stem formula, nootropic.
It's
fat
like
burner kind
I
of
got to
thing.
get through my day.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take some of that action.
It's really good. I like it.
Because today I was like, oh.
It's got a little bit of alpha-yohimbine, caffeine, urea-gerensis. I'm not going to say the rest
We're
of it.
done. We'll talk about it later when it's
Yeah.
actually like on
Yeah.
market, because it's not even in the market now. It was
Well,
like shipped to us in a baggie.
He sent it off to the manufacturer
It's a little
today.
baggie. I was like, give me the baggie. Give me
Yeah,
the
we
I was
only
like,
have
we're
one
running
capsule of
out.
it
And I was like, just give it to me. Give me the baggie.
It's good stuff. Got here late. It's all good, Park. Yes, we're on Thursday
I
now because Sandy has
know.
classes Monday and Wednesday evening.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
But we appreciate you tuning in. And this will be last call for questions or comments, guys. We've been on for 55 minutes, and we'll be on for a little bit longer. If you guys have anything else you want us to address or any other smart-ass remarks you want to funnel our way, we are more than happy to field those during this. Okay, so we started this talking about your pants and the cut.
My pants.
Is the cut going to continue, or are you going to stop the cut?
Yeah, that's the question. Here's the thing. I gotta say this. I got some thigh. Did y'all see the thigh? You don't want to see the thigh again, but I got some thigh. And I've always had the thigh. Funny story. Remember Oklahoma guy?
Yes.
So when we were single, I met a guy from Oklahoma. And then I hung out with him. That's actually really funny. When I go, he's like, hey, you have dancer thighs. As if like he knew what dancer thighs was. And I thought that was really funny because I've never been a dancer. I just have fat thighs for no reason. I was like, never danced. So thanks for saying I had fat thighs in college. So anyways, I don't know. It's like, I think I might cut for another week or two and then I'll go back up. I think I might cut for another week or two just to like take the edge off.
So does that mean no brie and sourdough for Valentine's on Sunday?
These are good questions. I've been cutting for a while. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's just celebrate for like weeks for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
A little bit every day.
You know what's depressing? Iron Wolf is closed this weekend because it's so effing cold in Texas
Yeah,
this
it's
weekend.
fine.
which-
We'll just stay in.
We're gonna sit by the fire.
We're gonna sit
and
by the fire and
own
drink our own
bourbon.
It's gonna be great. How is school going for me? Okay, so funny story. I am not the class clown. You know what I am? I'm the super dork. Okay, so I'm like, hi, because you have to like, because it's online school. So like, hi, this might be a stupid question, but and then, like, ask a question, and it's so nerdy, and I just feel so yeah. It's good. I'm such a dork, and then I ask like I have a bunch of faculty members that are very educated, and so I'm trying to get help from everyone, and I'm not good at finding research articles online that are like peer reviewed and journal whatever. So I got the librarian to sit with me for 2 hours and like, how do I find an article in this database of articles? And so she helped me for 2 hours. So I think I'm a nerd, and I think it's going well. But I'm a nerd. I work really hard. I think, but the thing is that I tell my students to work really hard, and they work really hard for me.
Mhm.
And so it's like, who am I going to be like? Psh, psh. Like, no, I'm going to work really hard because that's my motto. I don't know. I'm not a class clown yet.
Can't re-enlist for another 4 years or something like that. Maybe 2.
Wait, re-enlist. What were we talking about? What were we talking about?
No, I'm wondering if
What?
is Fernando in the military? I'm confused. Can you elaborate on your comment there?
Maybe
Fernando?
somebody was talking to him.
Maybe, I don't know. Using any filters during your online classes?
What's a filter? Oh, the background? No, I'm sorry. I'm not cool. Dude, it's really funny. There was actually a picture. I'm in a sweatshirt and I'm just like, watching. And I'm laughing because the professor makes really funny jokes. And I'm like one of the only ones laughing. I have friends. I think I have friends in my class. Yeah. Yeah, they're all going to be like computer engineers, and I'm like, I'm just a math teacher.
You're not just a math. You are a math teacher.
Thank you.
Not just.
Plato believed that education and the study of math purified one's soul. So I'm a soul purifier.
There you go.
What did you say? I'm a thought spreader? What was it?
No, like the cat head and that lawyer Zoom call.
Yes. Cat head, lawyer Zoom call. No, don't do any of those.
I have no idea what.
I don't do anything funny or cool.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Devin. I'm way out of the loop. I'm not super
We
cool.
don't want videos.
Any reliable way to know calories burned during treadmill cardio? Looking for approximate amount to determine.
That's a good question.
I would not rely on the little calories burned thing that comes up on the machine because
Listen to how Robert would do this. This is good. Go, Robert, go. I know you're going to say if you would let me talk, but no, I wanted him to understand.
no, I'm trying to figure out where you're going with this. It's like you don't know what I'm going to say already. So
Well, I know what you should say.
Go ahead.
Should be like,
no, I want to see what you think I'm going to say.
Robert's going to say that in order to know if you're in a caloric deficit, you have to track everything that you eat for a little bit and maintain your weight and then see what happens and then start eating less and then see what happens. And if you start eating 200, 300 calories less or whatever for a week and nothing or 2 weeks or whatever, and you don't go down, then that means what you're actually doing is maintenance and you got to go again and to figure, you have to do some serious, what's it called? Experimentation to figure out what your calorie maintain and calorie deficit is. Am I wrong?
Well, he was asking about judging calories on the treadmill.
To determine my overall caloric deficit.
Right, but the main question is,
This
is why you're not good at the stats class. You're not reading the question. He's not asking about tracking his calories during the day. He's wondering how can he figure out how many calories he's
For
burning.
the purpose of calorie deficit.
Right, so he's
For the purpose. I'm going to the
Exactly.
point.
No. Everything you said didn't address the root of the question.
I was going past that question to move on to the big question. I really feel good here. Okay. That is why I'm bad at my
It's okay.
I don't have any common
Go
sense
sit in
because
the
I have
corner
no
of
common
shame.
mind.
Go sit in the corner.
I don't have anything in common with everybody else's mind. Okay.
I would not use the calories burned indicator on the treadmill
Sounds-
device because that's usually based off an empirical formula and it's only as reliable as the study population that the machine was designed around. Plus, if you're one of these people that like jacks up the incline on the treadmill and then you start leaning on the handles and you think you're moving your body, but you're really displacing like 40 or 50% of your body weight onto the handle, so you're not actually moving as much of your mass as you think you are. I would probably like the simplest way to do it is probably just get like a super cheap Fitbit like this and just start tracking your steps each day. Maybe
good.
gauge your heart rate on it from that, and then you can kind of see over the weeks, hey, how much, how am I doing 30 minutes of cardio, and then track your diet pretty strict and see how that is. And so that way, if you're doing that, you can see, do you have enough cardio? Do you need to maybe tweak how much more cardio you're doing to increase that deficit? Or do you want to just maybe knock
Cut.
off another
You want to just cut?
100 or 200 calories from your diet? Because it's
Okay.
going to be, exercise is a very inefficient way to create a calorie deficit. Now, as
Yes, it
like
is.
the icing on the top,
It helps.
yes, it
For
definitely
like 100 or
helps.
200 calories.
Yeah, so like an hour of walking, I mean, it's only going to burn, you feel like 180.
It's like 100 calories.
Yeah, it'd be
If you wanna go low.
150 to 200.
It helps.
So if you're doing some interval
not a
training,
lot.
yeah, it could be. It just it depends. But I mean that's the most way is don't rely on the calories burned on the actual treadmill itself, but be consistent with it. So if you're doing track how 30 minutes are, you do it. And I guess you could, if you use the exact same piece of cardio equipment, each thing, to where maybe it says you burn 650 calories in 30 minutes on the elliptical. We know that number's not true. But let's say it says you burn 650 calories this week. Next week, you go and you burn 700 calories. If you're on that exact same machine with all the same settings and all that stuff, you know that you've worked harder and you've burned more calories. So you can use it as a relative means to judge your intensity. So that's why it's not going to be that 700 isn't an absolute amount of burn, but you've worked enough to generate an increased calorie compared to last week. So you understand what I'm saying there?
No, I would just eat less calories.
So there's that.
Because it says calorie deficit. I saw the main point. I'm really bad. I scam guys. Sorry.
Priscilla, she's one of the insiders with Steve on me and Steve on the Massive Iron Insider.
Hope she's talking
As
to you
is
because
Park.
I teach in front of the classroom and I move to
How to
keep students
keep
awake.
neat up when you sit at a computer all day.
I don't know how you do that. man.
If possible, can you get up and walk around the office, like once an hour. Just get up and do like a 5-minute walk or something, like 5 or 10 minutes if you can do that.
I know how.
If you have phone meetings, walk while you're on the phone with doing those if you can. Tap your foot at the desk.
I was gonna say his reason, like his ideas are a lot more normal person. This is me again, being outside 2 standard deviations than everybody else. Okay, my idea would be to play music and dance while you work. If it's not something where you're interacting with people, where you're just like typing or something, man, I'd play some like En Vogue Free Your Mind or some like Jackson 5. I'd be like, yeah. And like that would get me going and that's how you get up your meat. Am I the only one that thought this was a really good idea?
So Priscilla, you can get up and go for a walk, or you can do the sandy slide while you're working.
There's really a thing called the sandy slide, and I taught it to my students. Oh, hey. It's to Sierra's 1-2 step. 1-2 step. Did you just turn me off? I love you.
Technical difficulties. Dunce cap for Sandy.
Yeah. Yep. I pretty much misunderstand everything, but that's okay because I'm used to being wrong, so I can totally bounce out from this. It's okay.
No, we actually did not watch any NFL whatsoever or the Super Bowl or anything else like that. So zero
Just
interest.
because I don't want anyone to talk about anything in the world other than sports. And that couldn't happen this year. So I just didn't want to hear it, and we didn't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Sports are my fantasy.
If I put on muscle, can I raise my maintenance calories?
Yeah.
Well, if you're
These
putting
are good
on
questions.
muscle, you're
You have
gonna have to be in a surplus in order to build muscle anyway. So
It's
when
true.
you go down to, say you want to stop your bulk, you're going to be at a higher resting level of your maintenance calories. So yeah, in order to maintain your level of muscle, it's not going to be a ton, but it's going to be
This is important though.
100 or 200 calories higher.
You told me something that I think is important for anyone who's in a bulking phase. You're not going to strategically just build muscle. What happens when you increase your calories in the effort of building muscle? You also
Gain a little bit of fat.
gain a little bit of fat. So I think it's important for anyone who's in a building phase to understand that at some point, if they want to look muscular, but also look like, what do you call it? Like lean muscle, you're going to have to bulk, get the muscle you want, then cut to just have the muscle you want. Keep the muscle you want and then cut. So it's like you have to bulk and then cut, and then your muscles are still there. You still have the protein, but then you're not gaining muscle, you're maintaining muscle. But it's important, I think, because I didn't know that. Because I was like, dude, I'm getting some punch. You're like, well, if you're bulking, you're bulking. It doesn't mean you're just getting muscle. You're just getting bigger and getting more muscle. So I think that's important to know.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
All right, guys, we've got a hungry halfling giving us the dirty stare down over there. So we're going to go pull the plug on this live. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next Thursday for our usual live Q&A session. If you have any comments or questions that we did not address this time, shoot me an email at thesupplementengineer@gmail.com or leave us a comment in the threads down here. If you like what we're doing, make sure to like, comment. If you enjoy what we're doing, share the video with family and friends. And we will catch you next time.
Yay! Bye!